Yo, what's happening, everybody? We are back finally. It's been a couple weeks, but we are back. Got another episode 110 for y'all of Uncommon Commentators. I am your host, as always, producer Wiley, and I got my guys with me. Glad to have them back. Got my boy Garrett. What's going on with you, man?
What's going on, my G? Same old on the grind, but we got game one underneath us, so we got three more to go. So, we'll see how it all goes. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really very enticing final series. So, been good, brother. How you been?
Oh yeah, I'm good, man. I'll get to that in a sec, but also got my boy Antoine. What's going on, Antoine?
I'm blessed and highly favored, man. Always a pleasure to do
Yes,
that
sir.
Thursday night. So, good, man. Same as Garrett, just grinding every day, every night, just like you both. So, blessed to be here. Talk some basketball, most definitely.
That man. Glad to be back. I was getting that itch. I was like, hey man, we done missed 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we missed 2 weeks just because of a lot of technical difficulties dealing with StreamYard, stuff like that. So just want to give everybody just a little bit of insight of what happened, what's been going on. We haven't forsaken y'all. It's just more so we again technical difficulties. Wars are hard. And we're just trying to make sure we got everything straight on this end before we came back on the scene. Also, even with the Best Damn W show, like we had other technical difficulties with that. We were supposed to record last night and we couldn't because it's just again things out of everybody's control outside of my own. I'm the lucky one, but nonetheless, everybody's good. And as far as for me, man, I'm good. Can't complain. Got to celebrate my daughter last week. Got me a new graduate. Got me a new graduate. Shout out to my baby. She will be headed to Coastal Carolina. So I'm excited.
Beautiful.
I'm excited. Yes, I cried before anybody asked. I already knew that was happening. Like that wasn't even thought. Like I already knew it's one thing. It's one thing when you see like somebody do it, but of course when it's somebody you help give birth to,
Your own bloodline.
It hits different. It hits different.
Completely.
But no, shout out to my baby, man. She definitely did a lot. She did a lot. She actually graduated twice. So she graduated earlier. She graduated earlier in May with her certificate in general studies. So
But she wanted to walk.
Well, yeah, she walked both. So she went to a middle college. So where she was able to take college classes.
Oh, she's dual enrollment. Shit. Okay. Yeah. All right. Very intelligent. Hell yeah.
She's very smart.
So she's
very smart.
Absolutely.
Killing it on both sides, on all sides. So I was like, good.
Yep.
So
yeah, that's big stuff right there. When you doing that
ahead of the curve.
Shout out to Coastal Carolina because boy, hey, I said I'm glad I didn't have to go. Well, I'm glad I didn't have all this struggle. I knew my plan going out of high school, so I wasn't worried about college. College was down the line for me, but man, I said, had I decided to go to college, Jesus Christ, man. But
yeah.
But enough about that. We got some basketball to talk about, but before we get to the actual basketball, we missed a little bit, guys. So we gonna run that thing back real quick.
This shit better be hot.
So, we had some hirings, we had some firings, we had some awards drop. Jason Kidd got fired from the Dallas Mavericks. Did not see that. I did not see that coming. I thought he would get another year, especially with Kyrie coming back. or so Kyrie's supposed to come back. God, Lord willing, that he heals properly and he's ready to roll. And I think I did see some clips here and there where he's trying to get himself back together on the court. But man, I Garrett, I'll start with you. When you saw the news, what was your thoughts, man?
It really wasn't a surprise for me, honestly, because you hire Masai Ujiri, who has a pretty stout reputation around the NBA. We know his history with the Raptors and the Nuggets
Mm-hmm.
and other experiences. So, and it's pretty normal for a new regime to come in and clean house and restructure the team in their own vision.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, it happens. I think that for Jason Kidd, uh, I think that he was a decent coach. I don't think that he was a coach that was going to really take the Mavs to that next level. Even though once upon a time I did have them being a top 5 team when they had AD and Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford, but that was just only if they were playing to their to the best level that they can be. But at the same time, like I said, Masai Ujiri coming in and doing clean house, so it wasn't too much of a surprise for me. And so we know Jason Kidd, he's always been one of the best of all time at his position. So I do wish
Mm-hmm.
him luck and nothing but the best. But I think it's just more so Masai Ujiri coming in and I guess you could say trying to come in and I guess clean, someone else's mess, before he arrived. So, well, that's why I'm not too surprised that he got fired.
Right.
But we'll see. We'll see if he gets picked up, by another team. Who knows? That needs another head coach. But yeah, like I said, wish him nothing but the best, and it'd be interesting to see what how the Mavs going to rebuild the team, this summer.
Yep. Antoine.
Yeah, man. Same as Garrett, same as you, Wiley. It was definitely surprising to see them pull the trigger so quickly, especially because they're a rebuilding team. It's not like you were expected to win or anything like that. So it was pretty interesting to see them get rid of Jason Kidd like that. I mean, like he was a proven coach, like he did take them to the finals. He helped them get there. With that Luka Doncic team, he saw what he could do from the sidelines. He did have a fully stacked, healthy roster. He'd get them to a championship. So it's unfortunate, he was kind of shot in the leg. So that off the rip was gonna hurt his coaching tenure. Automatically went into rebuilding mode after that. And now
Mm-hmm.
for Jason, it's the odd man out, literally. So at this point, I'm really just curious if he's going to get another opportunity quickly. Looking at his coaching record, he was out of 5 seasons. He had 205 wins and 205 losses with the Dallas Mavericks. And when he was coaching the Bucks out of 4 seasons, he had 139 wins and 152 losses. And that's with having like Giannis, like in like his prime, like near the peak of his powers. Giannis Antetokounmpo. So like I said, we saw him go to the final, so we know what he can do. It's just in terms of the majority of his coaching career, it hasn't really been the best. It's a lot of losing seasons here, a lot of negative seasons. So he's a good player, obviously one of the greatest point guards ever. But I'm curious to see where he goes after this, and if he'll be a head coach again rather than an assistant coach.
And needless to say, Jason Kidd's fucking Eli Manning out there in Dallas with the 500 record. For those who don't know, if you look up Eli's all-time record, he is legit 500, and probably is still going to be a Hall of Fame.
Hall of Famer.
Different conversation for a completely different podcast, but
shout
but
out
yeah,
to Russell Wilson.
Oh God. Again, I have thoughts. Again, I will have to share them elsewhere. But as far as when it comes to Jason Kidd, I'm pretty sure he'll get another job somewhere. He's Jason Kidd's he's actually a good coach, at least to me. To me, he's a good coach. He's just been in some shit situations at certain points of his coaching career, and has had to try and build the shit back up. But I mean, again, for me, it didn't make sense. I would have gave him one more year, but like you said with Messiah, like we know how you get down. And with him, I also get it from his standpoint. It's like you come in and you want to clean house and hire the head coach that you want in that position. So I get it. I understand it. But whoever you hire, they better get it right. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I agree.
But from firing to a hiring, Jamal Mosley went from being fired by the Magic to being hired by the fucking Pelicans. Who knew? Antoine, I'll start with you on this one. When you saw Jamal Mosley get hired, what was your thoughts there?
Man, again, I was happy for him just to be able to move on and get an opportunity. I thought he was unjustly fired from the Orlando Magic. He saw what he saw. He almost beat the 1 seed. He was up 3-1 on them at one point, and I feel like that was a product of the players finally trying to win, not playing lazy, not being so negative. Like you saw all those comments from Paulo Banchero throughout the season with his mental state, and he didn't really feel like an all-star when he was looking in the mirror and stuff like that. So that was the head of Jamal Mosley, Snake. So that lets you know, like
that's a personal problem.
Like he automatically had a disadvantage when Paulo wasn't playing at the peak of his powers, and if he's not, the Magic are not also. So I thought Mosley was a good coach. Even in his seasons in Orlando, he's had some winning seasons like 45, 47, 35, 45, and 37. That was this season. So he's had some losing seasons too. But like I said, he's gotten them in the playoffs. He's had them look good in the regular season. So I think he definitely deserved to be a head coach. It's unfortunate he's downgrading teams, though. Unfortunately, he's going from a team that's trying to contend, trying to compete, to a team that's rebuilding. You can say the Pelicans are trying to contend with the players that they have, but it's going to be an uphill battle trying to get this team to work just with the snap of a finger. So I'm happy for him. He's back on a team. He's a head coach, not an assistant, where he should be. So like I'm happy for him. And that's it, man. Like I really want to see what he does this year. I hope they give him more grace than the Magic did, of course. And he signed, he has a 5-year contract with the Pelicans. So they strapped him in for the long term right off the rip because they know what he can do. So I'm excited to see him and what him and Derek Queen and Jeremiah Fears can do for sure.
Garrett, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, I think for Jamal Mosley, to Antoine's point, he was a pretty solid coach in Orlando, so I can't take anything away from him. And I think that they, if anything, even though that they lost to Detroit, I think they reminded a lot of people that, hey, when this team is on it and when they play at a collective level, they can beat just about almost anybody or just as good as anybody when they play to their strengths and to their high level. But at the same time, we know how this goes. When you come up short and when there's expectations, if you don't meet them, then these are the type of things that you do see. Unfortunately, I kind of wish that he was given another chance. I think that Orlando, they just dealt with a lot of injuries, so those were just the cards that he was dealt with. And we've seen Franz Wagner being out for a long period of time last season. And I think that if he was more healthy, then I think that could have changed the narrative for Orlando. But like I said, these things happen. But I will say for him going to New Orleans, I think that's going to be quite interesting because you have DeJounte Murray who's back. You have Zion Williamson. Don't know if Trey Murphy is actually going to be on the team. Not saying that he will definitely be moved, but there's been rumors that that they could move off of him. But we'll see. But you got Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen, who had a pretty solid rookie season, and so I'm be looking forward to see how he's going to perform in his sophomore year. But to say the least, I think they're getting a really good coach, and I don't know. I think that may just be enough for them to at least make it to the play-in. I'm not expecting them to make a deep playoff run or anything like that, but we saw what they did last year. They were one of the bottom teams in the West, and they climbed themselves back up a little bit. So that's for another conversation. But y'all know where I'm going. But anyways,
unfortunately,
unfortunately. But I mean, that's is what it is. But like I said, them, I think they could make it to a play-in, but. Should have kept my mouth shut.
Wiley, like for real,
because I knew it was gonna get there. As much as he wanted to, as much as Garrett, as much as you wanted to stay away from it.
I love to add context, but sometimes I just don't, and that's one of the reasons.
Sorry, man. You're doing a great job, Garrett. Keep going.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But
I'm sorry, dog. I can't look. Unfortunately, the wound has been opened up a little bit. It's okay.
Yeah, it's what it is,
Yeah.
Mikael Brown Jr., Kingston Fleming,
But yeah, Antoine, you mentioned about him getting a 5-year contract. That to me, that don't mean shit because these coaches get hired and fired within the swiftness. They'll be on a 5-year contract and will get fired year 1. So I mean.
That's what I say.
I'm with you.
Expectations.
I mean, but shit, what's the that's the prime question. What's the expectations for New Orleans?
Agree.
They probably make. Well, I wouldn't say that. I
wouldn't even say make the playoffs. Right now, you just need to contend.
Win some games. Just win some games.
They're not.
Well, hold
on. They're not contending.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't think they're a playoff team. And then it's like you don't know what you're getting for Zion. You still need to do the draft. You still need to do free agency. Like it's a lot of shit that you need to do prior to the season. But a lot of it depends on. I think they need to move on from Zion. That's just me. Like Zion's been there long enough. The shit ain't worked. And
do you think that someone else
has been hooping?
Okay, cool. Yeah, you just answered my question. Yeah,
Derek Queen. Yeah, my thing is you got Derek Queen. Although I was skeptical. I was skeptical when they drafted him because I'm like, you already got Zion. What's the point of you drafting Derek Queen? And then Derek Queen's like, bitch, I'm gonna show you what's up. Yeah, I think he's gonna be he's a solid player. He's a very solid player. So I think once they they got a shit ton to figure out, and I'm hoping that they give Jamal Mosley a long enough leash to allow him to figure out what he's going to do with this team.
They will.
With that being said, they have to figure out who's going to be our guy. If you're leaning Zion, good luck.
Dang, that's not gonna work.
If you lean Derek Queen, that's a good start because we've seen Derek Queen produce. We know he can produce. We know that he's very solid, and the rest of the squad around him, they play well with him. So at least you have that. It's just more so once we get this draft done, once we get free agency done, you go from there and see what you got. Best of luck to Jamal Mosley this upcoming season. Hope everything works out for him. Excuse me. Hope everything works out for him. Just add
context. They are a team to watch if they look to trade. Because Jake Fisher, Antoine knows him, of course. There has been a rumor that they could be in the mix, and we'll see how it all goes. Just rumors, but they are a team that could trade for Jaylen Brown, so they may be a little bit serious. So, but
hey, I mean, again, that's why I was like, it just depends on which direction they decide to go, and if they can, like you said, if they can get a Jaylen Brown on the team, that'd be great. And then, of course, last but not least, we had some. The last set of awards that come out. Of course, shout out to SGA winning MVP again. Well deserved. Can't take shit away from him. Although it damn sure lit a fire up under a certain individual who we will talk about here shortly. And then you had your all defensive teams that came out. And your first team, you had Wemby, Chet, Azur Thompson, Rudy Gobert, and Derek White. Not mad at the first team. Second team, you had Scotty Barnes, Kason Wallace, Bam Adebayo, OG Anunoby, Dyson Daniels. And that is it for the defensive teams. I'm trying to get out. Look, I'm trying to get the rest of them. Sorry, y'all.
Sorry.
Okay, here we go.
Well, we know who won Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. Defensive Player of the Year, Wemby. Yeah, we discussed that.
One down, about 10 more to go.
Dog, he's going to be fine.
He's going to break the record, bro.
Yeah. He's going to be fine. And then for your all NBA teams, first team, Cade Cunningham, Luka, SGA, Joker, and Wemby. Second team, Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, KD, Kawhi, and Donovan Mitchell. Third team, Tyrese Maxey, Jamal Murray, Jalen Johnson, Chet, and Jalen Duren. Wow.
Solid.
Shout out to Jalen Duren because him getting that third team All NBA has secured him some money, even though playoff wise,
he won't get all of it though, but he deserves it. And a nice paycheck.
We're definitely looking at him differently now than they were in the regular season for sure. The front office, that is, they're definitely looking at him certainly differently now than they were when the regular season ended.
But really that's all we miss for real. Because at that time, I think Defensive Player of the Year. I thought Defensive Player of the Year came out from my knowledge, but outside of the defense of all teams
too.
What's that?
Joe Mazzulla won Coach of the Year.
Hell yeah, that was well deserved because I'm I did not see that shit coming.
I did.
Yeah, for real. I did it great. He did this year. He proved that Ime Udoka at play. He was indeed always a good coach.
Oh yeah, my bad. One more thing. All rookie teams. First team: Cooper Flagg, Con Kneppel, VJ Escombe, Dylan Harper, Cedric Coward. Yeah, I like that first team. And second team: Ace Bailey, Jamar Fears, Colin Murray Boyles, Maxim Rayad,
Raynaud
from
the Kings.
Yeah, and Derek Queen, who we talked about a while ago. Shout out to the rookies, man. Also rookie that stepped up and has made a name for himself. Dylan Harper. We'll talk about
yes,
sir.
In the finals already.
I mean, but with him and his brothers, and who his dad is. But yeah, but that's it for running back, man. Let's get into it. The Knicks sweep the fucking Cavs. I told y'all about the Cavs. Y'all know how I felt, and I feel the same way. I told y'all I felt the same way about the Knicks. Both teams had to prove it, and the only thing outside of what I already knew when it came to the Cavs, the only thing that has gotten proven to me is the Knicks have been the best team in the playoffs, hands down, hands down. So, and my thing is game one was great. Game one was great.
That was
But
just
but
insane.
for the Cavs, how y'all blow a 22-point lead? I don't know.
In 5 minutes.
How y'all blow a 22-point lead? So, and for me, that was it. Like they with the Knicks being able to come back and then win that game in overtime, like that was it for the Cavs. For me, go ahead, Antoine. Oh
Way to
shit!
go.
Oh,
You kicked
he
him
asked,
out?
was he lagging? I think he dropped. He felt like he was lagging. But anyways, but
Oh,
for me, that was it when it came to that series. Like you get your heart taken in game one, and the Cavs never recovered. So I mean,
yeah.
I've been saying I don't have a whole lot to say about the Knicks and the Cavs. So I will pass it on to you, Garrett, and floor is yours with Knicks and Cavs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, game one was just horrendous for the Cavs. I mean, it was just embarrassing. Like, I'm not even a Cavs fan. Just watching that, it was just like, wow, you had a 20+ lead and you just let it go
Shit
with
in
a
bed.
just really. But to say the least, I mean, honestly, it's really more about the Knicks. Honestly, I mean, the fact of the matter is that the Knicks were doing this to everybody except for us, but everybody else just sweep
Hold.
after sweep after sweep.
We'll get to that, but go ahead. Because I have a stat, and I have a stat. It's not to jab at y'all, but it unfortunately
I know it's bad,
starts.
but
Whatever,
No, it
guys.
just
But,
it just starts. It just starts with y'all. That's why it starts with y'all. It's not necessarily. It's just the stat, y'all. It's just that. Don't kill the messenger.
Whatever,
Go
man.
ahead. Go
But
ahead.
I mean, yeah, like I said, the Knicks they just been dominating after series after series after series, and then they had just been killing it. But yeah, I mean, they just took care of business, and I will say, ever since they started to understand what was working for them, they stuck with it, and but more importantly, they just been able to, I guess, take it up a notch. So okay, you understand you have to play Cat more and of course do your thing with Jalen Brunson, and then of course everybody else, OG, McHale, Josh Hart, they're going to play their roles as auxiliary pieces, and they've just been doing it just to be consistent. So I think that's the biggest thing. So and of course we'll get into it later, with game one, but
Mhm.
yeah, the Knicks they just been dominant. So I didn't see this coming at all. I didn't expect them to just, blow through everybody. But Mike Brown, he's been doing this for a long time. So I've always been a fan of his in his days with LeBron and Cleveland. But yeah, the Knicks they just been dominant. And for the Cavs, I didn't think that they were going to get swept. I thought at least we'll go to 6 games. But they just didn't have an answer for anybody.
Boy,
And
we were wrong as shit.
yeah, nobody didn't see this coming at all. So I had to give credit when it's due. And yeah, for Cleveland, I really thought that they were going to give Cat some trouble, because you have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, but like I said, the Knicks, they just said, well, we're going to take care of this. And especially in game 4, they just lit up, from 3. I mean, they were just shooting up the joint and they just started making everything. So, yeah, they took care of business. So, you go ahead, Twan.
Antoine, what you got?
Yeah, man. Yo, same what Garrett said. Like, yeah, when they lost that, I told my friend when they blew that 22-point lead with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, I said they're not gonna win a fucking game because they're not gonna be able to get past the mental roadblock of having been right there, and you let it slip through your fingers like that. You let Jalen Brunson. In that last sequence, he just hit shot after shot after shot, whether it was an N1, whether if it was a 3-pointer, whether if it was a mid-range, it didn't matter. He was getting literally whatever he wanted. And the Cavs had so many offensive weapons from James Harden to Donovan Mitchell, two players who will go down in history as spectacular scorers. They just could not find an answer. Evan Mobley hit that 3-pointer to get them back up like a 4-point lead, and it was over after that. Like Jalen Brunson just took over. And that's going to go down as one of the great playoff performances, just the way they swept that Cavs team like that. We saw the fallout from this. Kenny Atkinson is still their guy. They're not going to fire him. They said that. And they're going to double down and give James Harden a contract extension. So, I mean, obviously it didn't.
Hold on. They're giving who a contract extension?
They said that, yeah, they're working towards giving like James a deal. Like they're gonna give him a deal. They're not gonna let him walk or nothing like that.
I wouldn't give Jim Harden a motherfucking thing. I wouldn't give his ass a chicken sandwich the way he got there played.
For sure. Yeah, it was it was a series that's definitely gonna hurt the legacy of not only James Harden, but also Donovan Mitchell. This is gonna people are gonna think he's not like a 1A on a championship caliber team. He can average 28, 29 points in regular season, but when it comes in the playoffs, he just might not live up to the pressure. This was his first ever Eastern Conference Finals, and we saw how it went for him, unfortunately. So yeah, man, I also think they ran into a buzzsaw with the New York Knicks, and Jalen Brunson has been a man on a mission. And like how Wiley said 2 podcasts ago, they're really doing a good job of playing through Karl Anthony Towns, and that's really paid dividends for this Knicks team. And we're seeing it. And Mike Brown is just utilizing the pieces better than Tom Thibodeau did. Like he's just using how he's utilizing Landry Shamet and Deuce McBride off the bench. He's really just really brought this Knicks team alive, to be quite honest. So it's been cool to see them make the finals. It's New York City after all. So yeah,
Hold off on the whole New York City portion. It's been quite some time for New York, 1999 to be exact.
Only because they've had good teams in between then, even with the Melo teams, with the mid-2000s teams, and how you just said they made the finals. I'm pretty sure they got swept by San Antonio. So, yeah, man, it's just they've had teams in between then. It just hasn't been 25 years of just straight ass. But the fact they put it all together this time, it's
been 25. It's been 25 years of
because Carmelo was winning like 54 fucking games. With that Knicks core.
That's cool. That's real.
But you're playing LeBron James. There's no LeBron James in this Eastern Conference.
Again, all that shit is cool until you get to the playoffs.
Yeah, they were solid, but after that, they they
lost to the Pacers. They lost to the Pacers. That Pacers team took the heat.
Then after that, they just been at the bottom. So
like I said, they've been the team that. They all right.
They've had teams. They've been relevant. Right. It's the New York Knicks.
They are.
It's not like they were just
for Knicks fans, it has been long overdue.
For sure. Hell yeah. Especially the real that 60s, 60-year-olds and 50-year-olds. Hell yeah. Shit yeah.
Yeah. So
hell yeah.
But for the most part, and I'll say within these last few years. The Tom Thibodeau years, and
because they made the ECF last year.
That's what I'm saying. Outside of these last couple of years, they've been all right. They haven't been great. Solid. They've been all right. That is it. Whether they've had Carmelo, whether they've had fucking
Latrell Sprewell,
J.R. Smith, whoever they had, yes, all of them. They've been all right. Hard stop. I'm not I'm not saying they've been trash.
I was gonna say, what Carmelo was just all right,
Yes, that team was all right.
Okay.
Just
all
because
right.
they
I
won a
mean,
shit ton of games in the regular season don't mean nothing.
I
You got
just
to
think,
prove that shit in the
there's not.
playoffs.
I just think that if this Knicks team were to run into like the 2015 Cavs, 2014 Cavs with LeBron James, I think he'd whoop their asses too. 100 fucking percent. I think like it's the
Hold
era.
up.
It's like
Hold
New
on.
York.
Time out. You said this current Knicks team will beat what team?
I said that the Cleveland team from back then, that whole LeBron era, when it was Kyrie and Kevin Love and LeBron and Channing Frye and J.R. Smith, all those players, I think that they could give this Knicks team 100% fucking. Who the fuck is stopping LeBron? Fucking no one. And I do think that 5-out lineup from the Cavs back then could pay dividends. Kyrie Irving could fuck Jalen Brunson up.
Oh, I thought you were saying this.
McCollum was getting buckets.
I thought you were saying this Knicks team.
Nah, hell no. I said no. That's why I said no. For sure. Not even confuse you like that. Yeah, the last thing I'm literally saying, because I know we got to move on. I was just saying that there's no LeBron James type of figure in this Eastern Conference. The Knicks are the buzzsaw right now. They're the buzzsaw. This is a legendary making performance for Jalen Brunson and all these N1s and these three. Like, I mean, yeah, man. Like, but for sure, they're getting it right this year. I was just saying it's not like they were dog shit and Carmelo was losing to LeBron James.
I didn't say they was dog shit. I said they was all right. Shit, you can win 54 games. You could be 54. You could be a 54 win team and still be all right.
And lose in the first round.
I mean, right? They got smoked in the first round.
I mean, then again, like they lost to the Pacers. That Pacers team almost beat that Heat team. So I mean. Like it's harder than that, man.
I mean, nobody.
Plus, also, Carmelo did not have no motherfucking Karl Anthony. He did not have no one like that on that team.
Again, they was
the Knicks have been solid.
For sure, man.
They were solid.
They made it.
That's what we're saying. We're not saying that they was trash, but they when the rubber met the road in them playoffs. Y'all's all right.
I just thought that rubber was LeBron James. Like, and this Knicks team would not beat LeBron James, 33-year-old, 32-year-old.
Yeah, nobody wasn't beating that. Nobody wasn't beating that LeBron team. We all know that. No,
so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that.
I'm not.
The Knicks have been all right.
Again,
just period.
Yeah, just hard stop. Hard stop.
I get it for sure.
But with all of this everything that's surrounding the Knicks, a lot of the conversation surrounds Jalen Brunson, and I will go on to I don't think it's a hot take. Somebody may consider it a hot take, but Karl Anthony Towns has been the best player in this playoffs. All hands down, all the way around. Even if you look up the advanced metrics and all that shit, hands down. But I'm not even talking about. I'm not even talking about from an advanced metric standpoint. I'm just talking about his play because of the fact you cannot.
Best player or most important.
You can't play through Jalen Brunson time and time again. We saw that. Hence the reason why they made these changes. Hence the reason why they went and got a Karl Anthony Towns. Because if that and I bring that up because of course they brought up the whole what's my coach? Vegas.
Becky Hammond.
Yeah, Becky Hammond. They brought that shit up. And I said, you have to go back in context. She said that shit 3 years ago. And with that being said, 3 years ago, yeah, he wasn't a 1A guy. Still not a 1A guy. Like, again, this you can't depend on. I'm not gonna say you can't depend on Jalen Brunson because you could definitely depend on
he's been
but he can't be your main guy from start to finish. Like he needs to be able to get to that point where he can close the game out. And if you're dependent on him from tip all the way to the end of the game, like he's gonna be cooked. he's gonna be cooked. And I think that's where people got it misconstrued. It's just, hey, you can't depend on this undersized guard to fucking lead you to a championship by him being the guy, because he's gonna burn out. And we'll get to it with Spurs and Thunder, because I had the same sentiment when it came to SGA. But for Jalen Brunson's standpoint, them playing through Cat allows him to be able to be the killer that he is going into the third, late third and into the fourth quarter. Because that's what you need. You need him to be that. You need him to be the closer for you. So yes, playing through Cat has been the best option, period. Because not only can Cat shoot, Cat has gotten better at playing in the post, but his underrated portion. Yeah, I was about to say the underrated portion of his game is his passing.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get the ball to him, he doesn't have to score the ball, as long as he's making the right decisions on offense. It's great. Now the biggest part for me, Cat has not been fouling like we've seen him do before. We've known Cat to be in foul trouble very, very quick in a game. He has not been doing that, and that has been the major portion of him being the best player in the playoffs right now. It's the fact that he's been able to stay on the floor. So, I mean, shit. Shout out to the Knicks, man. Like, dog, the Knicks have been fucking killing it.
Playing right.
The Knicks have been killing it. Best team in the playoffs, by hands down. And like I said, my stat. Hold on, where's my stat at? I'm sorry, y'all.
You gotta circle back.
I have to get this stat off.
You say gotta circle back?
Yeah, I gotta circle back real quick. Real quick, y'all. Just real quick. I had
to circle back. For real.
But so currently they're on a 12-game winning streak. But before the stat that I pulled was for game one. Or excuse me, before game one. Where is my shit? Oh, it's in my backpack. That's why. 1 second, y'all. Yes, I take hard note. I write my notes down too. I write my notes. Hey, man.
Ain't no wrong with that.
Just in case something goes wrong, I got
nothing wrong.
I got it off the muscle. But for the Knicks, so they were on. Well, they're currently on a 12-game winning streak since they won game one, which we'll get to. But in this run, unfortunately, it started when they played the Hawks in game 4. They have the best point differential, better than the 01 Lakers and the 2016 Warriors.
I saw that.
They have a point differential. I know I got the shit down somewhere. Where is it at? I hate when my notes are all jumbled up. But they have a point differential. No, that's about chat. Which I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to get the chat, y'all. Can't wait to get the chat.
Oh my goodness. Take your time, brother. Take your time.
I know I wrote this shit down.
Take your time, brother.
Take your time, buddy.
Don't worry, man. I had it written down. But needless to say, because I wanted to give the actual point differential. But I know the Knicks point differential is like 20. It's like 25 points. The Warriors were like 16 points, and the 01 Lakers was like 15 points. When I find it, I'm gonna rattle that bitch. Oh, here you go. Yeah. So yeah, Knicks have outscored the Hawks, 76ers, and the Cavs by a total of 262 points. That is 23.8 points, point differential. Like I said, the 2016 Warriors, they were 16.5. The 01 Lakers had a point differential of 15.4. That is insane.
For sure.
That is insane for you to be on this type of run, and the point differential may have dropped, but still the amount of points have gone up with them winning, with them beating the Spurs last night. But dog, that's an insane stat. That's a fucking insane stat.
You know, like I said before, they just been killing it left and right. I mean, they just been breezing through the playoffs, literally. I mean, it's just like, goodness gracious. Like, they really never had a competitive series at all because they just been dominating everybody.
I mean,
Yeah.
what we thought was going to be competitive just did not turn out.
Just completely upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for real. I feel like the Hawks just woke them up. You know, I'm not even taking no more victory from that shit. I feel like that's literally what happened. They knew their goals, objectives from when they came into the season back in October. When they made the Eastern Conference Finals last year, they knew the only logical step was taking an advancement forward, and that was the NBA Finals. So when they were 1-1 and then down 2-1 to the Atlanta Hawks, that just they couldn't fathom that. I wouldn't be surprised if they held another player-only meeting like how they did when they were on that terrible run earlier in the season. So we're just seeing the culmination of a special run by a special group of guys. More so like, you know, Karl Anthony Towns with Jalen Brunson. We're seeing Jalen Brunson take over in the fourth quarter. It's like how Wiley said, an undersized guard at 6'2". It's not, he's hitting shots over Victor Wembanyama. He's hitting, I mean, he's getting N1.
Yeah, we haven't even we got it. We haven't even gotten to that yet.
For real, like he's hitting N1 shots in the mid range. Like he's operating with another level of confidence. Also, the fact he took all that damage in the game yesterday, he bumped his knee.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Slow down, brother. Slow down.
I mean, like
we gonna get there.
For sure.
We'll get there.
But
we gonna get there, brother.
For sure. But nah, yeah, I just think the special run is just due to they got really special. They got a lot of special offensive players, you know. So I feel like that's what they're seeing, you know, what we're seeing. Just the way they're playing right now. It's a lot of special offensive players for sure.
Oh yeah. Again, shout out to the Knicks. We partying like it's 1999 because here we are, and we have the Spurs beating the OKC Thunder in Game 7. Gave us that series gave us everything we needed, even though there were some blowouts in between.
It was like 5 and 6 were blowouts on both sides.
In the grand scheme of it, like this series gave us everything that we wanted. It gave us everything that we wanted. One thing I noticed about the Spurs is that they get out to a very good start. They jump out ahead. They get to a good start, and then somewhere in the game, these motherfuckers, it's like they lose it. They lose a step. They lose a step somewhere. I don't know if they become complacent because they're a young team.
And they were up last night, the Spurs.
Yeah. But in the game against the Thunder, you know, they fight back. Of course, yes, we know there was no Jalen Williams. Now, to everybody that's like, oh, they didn't have Jalen Williams. They didn't have Jalen Williams pretty much majority of the
whole season.
Jalen Williams only played like 40. I think it was like 43 games. I will check real quick. But yeah, I think he needless
half a season.
He played. Yeah, it was like barely. It was either just under half the season or just over half of the season. So I don't want to hear they didn't have Jalen Williams. They played without him pretty much majority of this year. They adjusted quite well. The one person that shocked me the most from OKC standpoint was Casey Wallace. He helped.
Mm-hmm.
He helped kept the Thunder in the game. Outside of SGA, like you had
Utah.
SGA, and then it was like, all right, where you getting your points from? And Casey Wallace was one of those. He was one of those key players. Of course, Jared McCain. Jared McCain's another one. He came in and gave good minutes. Was able to help produce, but when you're heavily relying on SGA to do the sole brunt of the work, he gets tired. But also for SGA standpoint, falling on the floor, that floor does not give in, brother. The floor does not give in. I just want you to know that, because you fell on the floor a lot this playoffs, and that takes a toll. And we saw it when you played in Game 7, because you was gassed. You were gassed. Exhausted. So Garrett, I will start with you. Your thoughts on Game 7.
Yeah, I mean, as I said it, previous times, that I think this was the best series in the playoffs. Honestly, I think this was the playoffs that a lot of people wanted to see, and I had the Spurs to beat OKC because they were the only team that had their number, honestly, and there was no other team in the NBA that could beat OKC, on a consistent basis, that could really give them a fight. And San Antonio was the only team that could do that, and they proved that. So like I said, I think it was a very, very good series. It went to 7 games, and you're seeing the reigning most valuable player in SGA, and going up against the defensive player of the year in Wemby. So, but I think just for me, for this series, and I tweeted this out actually after the game concluded, but just the fact of the matter is that for Wemby, he's a 2-time All-Star. He won the Western Conference Finals MVP. Like I said, Defensive Player of the Year, and made first team All NBA team. So for him to have the opportunity to win his first championship and potentially win Finals MVP
at 22,
and having those accolades, at 22 years old, I'm not jumping the gun. I'm not saying he's the best of all time or anything, but I've never seen nobody this young put on, have this kind of resume, this early, in their career. And just to imagine what other accolades that he could accomplish, as he gets further down to his career. But that's just one thing I want to point out. But like I said, to say the least, it was a great series. And for OKC, they have some decisions to make, honestly, because the roster is getting more expensive, and that's a real thing. So I know people talk about, they didn't have Jalen Williams that could have, made a huge difference in the series. Yeah, I couldn't agree on that, but like I said, they could, some changes could happen. So I'm pretty certain that they're going to do everything they can to keep their young core together. But definitely some changes will be made in OKC. If they're going to keep their young core together, because it's going to be very expensive. But it was definitely a great run, so I can't complain. It was a very good series.
Yeah, I often say we know they already paid Chet and Jalen Williams already. So.
Which will kick, their stages will kick in this season, upcoming season. So it's
that damn second apron ain't no joke.
It is no joke, brother. It's no joke. It is no joke.
And they gotta try to resign Isaiah Hartenstein. He has a club option, but if they pick that up, he only has one more year left on his deal, and he's getting paid like $28 million annually. So that's their starting center, man. So I mean, it's getting pretty heavy, and even just to get my take on it, I agree with Garrett. That was the best playoffs, but best series in the playoffs. I feel like that was the series itself. We were witnessing NBA history in real time, seeing two future Hall of Famers like that. You know, SGA obviously 2-time MVP at 27, this and that. And like Garrett just said, not jumping the gun, but we obviously can see what Victor is going to be if he continues on this trajectory. So you're seeing two future Hall of Famers face off in their 20s with their supporting cast right beside them. And it went 7 games and everything. So that indeed was NBA history in real time. And it played out like how it was supposed to. I was saying that shot that Victor hit, I think it was game 1 when he hit that shot on the fast break, that 3-pointer. I was like, that's like that,
Yeah,
like
that
that
pull-up.
shot's gonna, yeah, like for real, like that shot's gonna go down in NBA history. Just the fact how he cashed it, who he hit the shot against, and
He
how they
dropped
scored
41 and 24 in that game.
41 exactly. It was also a part of a historic
Yeah, they went
performance. You're right, Garrett. 41 points
It
and
also
24
went. It
rebounds.
also went. It had to go in overtime in that game too.
Yeah, that was like
Was
double
it
overtime.
twice?
Hell
Yeah,
Oh
twice.
yeah, double
Yeah.
overtime. My
that's really
bad.
hell
Yeah,
yeah.
double. Yeah,
Look, man, I think
Crazy.
I was in bed by. I think I was in bed by the first overtime. Sorry.
Because that 3 sent it into the first one. So the fact that
Hey man,
like
nigga, old.
that game was fucking crazy, you know. So that shot's gonna
It was
live
tired.
forever. That series is gonna live forever. And it's the first of many meetings those two teams are about to have against each other in the playoffs years from now. I do think the Spurs will always have the upper hand, just because they'll always be the younger team with the younger superstar. Victor's 5 years younger than SGA, so when SGA is 32, Victor will just be turning 27 and hitting his prime. So when SGA is 35, Victor will be 30. So like the Spurs will always have the leg up, but of course OKC can win that series at any point, and even the history between them, which they will do at one point. So it was a great series. Like I said, you got 2 superstars on both sides, 2 dudes that are going to go down in history as legends if they continue at this rate. So it was really cool to see that like in person. We're going to be talking about that years from now. And yeah, man, OKC, you know, going with their off season, like Garrett said, they got to see what they want to do. They got to choose between someone. I think Jalen Williams is the better player than Chet Holmgren. Like at their peak, I think he'll be the better player. But obviously, Holmgren is way more durable, way more available, and he's also still a star. So they got to figure out what they want to do with Jalen Williams. If he has another season like this, missing hella time, like Wiley said, they were missing him the entire year, and they still won. They finished as the 1 seed. They're player 1 MVP. So they obviously don't need him to continue on this trajectory. So it just depends what they're gonna do. But I because Chet only had 4 points, man.
Oh yeah, we're about to get to him.
It's hard. But yeah, I can end on my take. I'll end that take with that. It was a great series, from start to finish for sure.
Yeah, Wiley's not gonna let that go.
Well, I mean, so you damn right. Because my thing is this. You, and rightfully so, you did all this shit during the off season.
Extended
When y'all won, and I get it. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to celebrate. But also, when the rubber meets the road, brother, you were, I'm going to say you were pedestrian, and I'm being nice. Because Wemby took your heart from tip of game 1. And for you to know what the stakes are, to know that you're missing your second best scorer, you're missing your second best player on the team, and you come out and you do this shit. You only took two shots. Both of them were in the first quarter. What the fuck were you? What was going on in your head? That's what I want to know. I want to know what the hell was going on in your head. Because there's no way in hell that, and I get it. Yes, I know it's Wemby. I know this motherfucker's 6'8", 10". I get that. But also, you're still out on the court. You still have to go perform. You still have to go and help your team win this game. And you essentially just sat there and got cardio all goddamn night. Like hell, I feel like my short ass could have went out there and goddamn did more than what you did. Shit. Like
that was a lot of
four rebounds, dog.
For real,
Like,
he at least
again,
could have
like
got
you
more
said,
boards. Yeah,
like you said, you're 7'2". Why do you only have 4 rebounds? Like, what are we doing? And this shit's not gonna get any easier. That's the thing. Like Wemby, every time Wemby sees your face, he's trying to punch your face off. He's trying to put you in the dirt every time.
Wemby is. I will say this. I mean, for Wemby, the fact of the matter is that the kid after his after his rookie year, I mean, he's been in the gym. He's a lot stronger than he was before, and that has really made a difference. So for Chet, and I do feel bad for the kid because I mean, 2 shots in the first quarter, and that's all you did for the entire game.
That's all you do.
That's never going to win you any games. And for OKC to be the reigning champions as of right now, you have to perform at a high level, and there's just no excuse about it.
Dog, you just have to go fucking perform. Fuck the high level. You got to go out there. You got to go out there
at least put some shots up. Yeah, be aggressive.
Bite a nigga ankle or something. Shit.
You got to
do something.
You got to. I mean, we know SGA is a 2-time MVP, but like you say, even with Jalen Brunson, you can't rely on him to take over the entire game. Like everybody has to do their part. That's all I'm saying. So
SGA drug y'all motherfuckers to this. He drug y'all there. Well, I won't say he drug y'all there, but
no, I mean in this
specific series, SGA drug y'all to Game 7. Like no bullshit. Yeah, because Chet, you didn't give much of anything.
Wasn't really a factor.
You averaged about 10 points, barely 10 points a game. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
what are we doing?
Yeah. And we saw. Go ahead, Garrett. I'm sorry. Continue.
No. Yeah. So last point I was going to make is just that. Yeah, for Chet. Yeah, OKC is going to be a contending team going forward, and with or without Jalen Williams, Chet has to be that second guy.
Absolutely.
Or even third option, or whatever the case may be. The bottom line is that you have to show up consistently, and you can't rely on Jalen, and you just can't rely on SJ and Jalen to carry the scoring load, the points and all that. You still have to do your job, and that's what you have to do. So if Jalen Williams is not in the game, then it's time for you to do your thing, and you didn't. So. And and that's probably one of the main reasons why the Spurs was able to close the series out, because some guys didn't show up, and Chet happens to be the first guy to be called out for. Simple as that. So
what else you got, Antoine?
Man, that was really it for real. It was just a really, really bad performance, obviously, from Chet Holmgren. We got to see where he does decide to go from here. My favorite part about this, though, from the fallout, at least like moving on from it, was SGA's the way he reacted to not defending their title. They asked him, how did you see this season? You won MVP. You saw the quote. He said it was a failure. This season was a failure. I consider it to be a failure. I failed at my goal, So he won MVP, for the second time in a row. And
he's not worried about the MVP. He worried about the main. He worried about the main goal. He worried about the main thing. That MVP is cool.
And then because some players, some dudes be like, hey man, hey, I did my job. I tried my best. He didn't say any of that. He just.
But that's also the sign of a leader. That's the sign of.
And that's why I was gonna say, he's a real. That's the point I was gonna get to. He's a real leader. At 27 years old, he is leading a team of this magnitude. That is really hard to do. Most dudes would chalk it up to age, being young and shit like that. Nah, he's already won these guys a championship. He almost brought them to another final. So he could win the MVP again next year. He's that kind of guy. And he's a leader, man. I think he gained a lot of respect from that. Obviously, he's a really polarizing player with the flopping and stuff like that. But I think everyone could have agreed that that was a really, really beautiful sentiment from him, by a future Hall of Famer like that, so young. And I mean, man, like it sucks, but only one person can win. All we can do is watch and witness the history. You have to be happy for the Spurs, and it's not like the Thunder are going anywhere. They're gonna be right back in the Western Conference Finals next year.
The Thunder gonna be fine just from the organization, from the top, from the execs in the organization, because they know what the fuck they're doing. So I'm never worried about OKC. They're gonna be all right.
Regardless of what happens with the Knicks and the Spurs, you know how some of this betting props can be. Oklahoma could very well be the favorites again to repeat next year.
They'll probably be in. They're definitely
at least top
going
three.
to be,
They're still going to be one of the favorites. We've seen we're seeing how the NBA has been. We haven't had a repeated champion in the last 8 years, so it's just that kind of league, right? Yeah, it's hard, man. It really is truly hard to win a ring, for real.
Go ahead, finish
up.
No,
that was really it. It's all credit to Oklahoma, the Spurs. They did their due diligence. You feel me? And yeah, man. Shout out to the Spurs. Most stuff. That was a historic win, historic series we saw.
Oh yeah. One shout out to Luke Cornett. Play the fucking game. Shout out to Luke.
Yeah, the block on Isaiah.
That block.
Hell yeah, for shit, sure. Yeah,
that swung. That made it a 11-point swing.
Even Matt Johnson was that was the one that did it. Yeah.
Yeah, it went from 4 points to 11 points like that off that block. But somebody on here told me that OKC would be in the talks of the 96, those 90s Bulls.
That wasn't me.
I never said that shit.
That wasn't me.
When the fuck have I ever? I didn't. You know how much I'm always talking about the older players and shit. Like, who the fuck is stopping Michael?
No, I'm talking about motherfuckers. Because of course we've seen it. You see everything on fucking social media. But when OKC won that championship, motherfuckers was like, oh, they can beat the 96 Bulls, or they can be in the. We're about to put them in the tier of the fucking Bulls and these top teams that won three.
People other talking about them like a dynasty and stuff, yeah. But
no team is three-peating. No team is three-peating. I don't see another team. Hell, somebody has to beat the now 73-9 team in Golden State.
The Miami almost did it. The Heatles almost did it. They were right there. They lost to a 39-year-old Tim Duncan and an arriving Kawhi Leonard, The Heat were right there, man.
Them niggas was not winning 72 games.
No, I mean three-peat, the three-peat.
If Chet Holmgren continues to average 4 points, no, then it's not going to be a dynasty. They're not going to be anybody.
Chet, well,
I'm just saying.
Chet got some soul searching to do.
Let's believe it.
Let's just start there. Because the way, and again, it's just the expectation of Chet, because where you're drafted, the team that you're on, the way that you performed last year, because you did okay last year. You were fine last year. So what changed between last year and this year? Because you're supposed to get better as you go along.
As you get older.
Well, yeah, you are correct. And Wemby don't forget shit.
He don't.
Wemby don't forget a motherfucking thing. Wemby remembered when what was that? When they were, 19 19U. Wemby remembered that shit. He was like, nigga, I'm about to get my get back and I'm about to embarrass you. And that he did. But
yeah. Oh, and I was gonna say, we'll see where Chet goes from that. I mean, it's hard, man.
It's about to be a long off season for Chet. Bitch, you better
Because
get in the
you know,
weight
dudes
room.
are always saying like,
Yeah,
or people who have
yeah,
been watching the
because
game.
that frame is not going to work.
That's
And
the
he's
biggest
what I
thing
mean.
about it.
It's
He's
just
gonna have
not.
to put the muscle on.
It's
He
just
has
not,
to.
bro.
He
Here's what,
has
yeah.
to.
I'm
It
not
is
talking
not.
about doing that. I'm not talking about working with your trainer bullshit. I'm talking
No,
about
you
actually
need to.
Yeah,
You need
lifting
to
some
bulk
yeah, like
up.
a
fucking
big
weights.
man
Yeah,
for
you need to
sure.
bulk up, brother.
You
It's
need to
time.
put
Like
some,
It's not
hey,
these
going to
dudes don't be
work.
doing that shit.
go,
They don't.
hey,
Like,
go talk to Giannis. Go
Mm-hmm.
talk to Giannis. He can tell you what
Mm-hmm.
you need to do.
Yeah, yeah, he'll
because
get you
these dudes
right.
really don't be doing that, man. Like a lot
He'll
of these,
get you right.
like
He will
they'll
get you
do
No,
right.
what their trainer says to do, but they're not in there like bench pressing
Shoot,
like
if he can't talk to Giannis,
260
he can talk to the White.
for sure. Sure. Oh yeah,
the
absolutely.
white,
Yeah, most def.
look, the
The
white
White was
LeBron. You
like,
need it's
LeBron was
motherfuckers that
swole as
be
fuck. Absolutely,
look.
LeBron was shredded.
You need to talk to the motherfuckers that be in the gym for real. Like, not
yeah,
again,
like
not that train, not doing shit with your trainer. I'm talking
Calisthenics.
about like I'm talking about motherfucker. Because I get it. I get it. The shit that they do with their trainer. Yes, you still do that part because you still need to be flexible
like
and you
Pilates
need
and
to
all
make
that.
sure that you still do that, but you need to get in
you
that
need to add
bitch
some muscle.
and yeah, you need to go lift some shit.
Cause that man,
You have to put on
just
weight.
because you 7'2", that don't hardly mean anything.
You have to put you're gonna have to put on some weight as much as a lot of guys in the league do not like to do that. You have to. If
You got to.
you're the type of player that you take a lot of punishment, because again, granted, yes, Chet is not he's not a big man, he's a tall man.
Mm-hmm.
He's very him and Wemby
Power
for that
forward,
matter.
small
But at
forward.
least
At least
for
Wemby
Wemby,
put in
yeah,
like
he
he put
put
in
in
like
the
Putting on
work.
muscle
25 pounds of
already. He's
muscle.
putting on that shit
Yeah,
already.
He put on
Already.
25
yeah.
25
But
pounds of muscle.
he knew he had to do that. And
And
the
he's
same
just
thing
gonna
goes for
add
Chet.
more to it.
He's only going
And
to
the
get
same thing
stronger.
goes
Yeah.
the
That's
same
gonna
thing
be
goes for
scary,
Chet.
boy.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
and
scary,
for
man.
anybody that's watching or listening and are quick to say that, oh, lifting weights throws your shot off, bullshit. You've never hooped, and it shows. I just want to throw that part out there. I lift heavy than a motherfucker, and I've been able to shoot just fine.
Yep.
So I
Yeah,
just
brother.
I want to put that part out there because I hear that more often than not. Oh, lifting weight throws your shot off. Only way to throw your shot off if you don't go out there and go shoot the fucking
Actually shoot the
basketball.
ball, yeah. I agree.
Just like
Time to get to
Draymond
work.
Green said, if you don't use it, you lose it. That's a fucking lie.
Time to go to work.
But anyways, shout out to the Spurs. We are here. Game 1 is in the books.
Yeah.
It's 1999 all over again, because this is the last time that these two teams have met in the finals, and the Knicks take game 1.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like I said when it came to Cat being the best player, he did what he was supposed to do. He did everything that people are supposed to do against Wemby, and he attacked Wemby. Anytime he was able to get that shoulder past Wemby, he was able to make a play, whether he scored the right pass, whatever. It's just the fact that he made Wemby uncomfortable.
Right.
He made Wemby very uncomfortable and had to figure out how to guard him throughout the entire game. And then it allowed Jalen Brunson to do what Jalen Brunson does, and that's come in the third quarter and take them home all the way home through the fourth. Antoine, I will start with you. What did you see in game 1?
Man, I saw the Knicks doing what they were supposed to, which was to be very aggressive from the opening bell on their home court. You're going to have the advantage of the whistle, so go at their chest, be as physical as you possibly can, especially with an older, more physical team like New York. They have the bigger bodies down low with Cat and Mitchell Robinson, and on the wing with an OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. So I thought the Spurs did a great job of fighting fire with fire. They just went cold in that second half. You know, they couldn't produce at the rate they were in the first, and I really feel like that's the only thing that really hurt them, was that they really lost track of their game plan, lost their ways in that third quarter. All they have to do is make some simple adjustments for game two, remain aggressive, continue to go at their chest. They're going to expect you to be even more aggressive because they know you're down now. So you're going to play with a sense of urgency. So they have to remain aggressive, like how they were that first game. That was a great approach. Play through Wembanyama more, in my opinion, get him involved more. I do think he has to get involved more because that's going to open up everything for everybody else. Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle. And the last key to victory for game two is De'Aaron Fox has to be better. 1,000% he has to be better. They gave him $229 million to be the second best player on this team. And we all know he's playing hurt. He missed the first two games of that Oklahoma series. So I think he missed game two. I know he missed game one for sure. So De'Aaron played really bad. You could tell he's playing hurt. He played really bad in game one, man. So that's where the gap can get filled in, is De'Aaron Fox has to be the co-star for Victor. Yeah, there's Dylan Harper. Yeah, there's Stephon Castle, but they're both 20 and 21 years old. De'Aaron Fox is the 27-year-old all-star who's on a $229 million contract. So remain aggressive, play through Victor even more, get him involved early, and De'Aaron Fox has to play better. If De'Aaron Fox doesn't have at least 20 points, they're going to lose that game again. And that's that. De'Aaron Fox has to be a true co-star, and that's all it is, But the Knicks had a great game plan. They stayed resilient. Like how I said, Jalen Brunson took all that damage, left the game, came back, and still had 30 points in the fourth quarter. So it's gonna be hard to beat this Knicks team. They got the most dangerous thing in the playoffs, which is momentum. So and they're talented too. So yeah. I still got Spurs in 7 to win this series. Most stuff.
Okay. Garrett.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I was really hoping the Spurs was going to take care of business, but I'm not worried about it, honestly. It did take them. It kind of had a slow start, at first before they started knocking down their threes and getting into a rhythm, but to Antoine's point, for the Knicks, they did what they're supposed to do, like they always been doing, playing fast, and I think that's what kind of threw the Spurs off a little bit. For the Knicks, they just been playing at a fast pace and getting out in transition before San Antonio could get their defense set up. So I think that's the advantage that the Knicks been having, and it worked. And even though they were down by double digits at one point, but for the Knicks, they always been resilient whenever they needed to. So it's just more so for the Spurs, is more so just being consistent and just keeping your foot on the gas, really. And that's the only way that you're going to beat this Knicks team, is that, hey, when you're having a 10-point lead or a 15-point lead, you have to keep your foot on the gas. Because
you have
if you let up, then Knicks, they're going to catch that and they're going to take advantage of it. So we seen them do it against the Cavs in game one when they were down by at least 20, and we saw how that ended up. But like I said, I'm not worried about it. I think the Spurs, if anything, just trying to get a feel for the game against the Knicks, and you're playing against this team for at least for the next 6 games, because it's a 7-game series. But no, I think the Spurs, they're going to be fine. But yeah, to Antoine's point, yeah, De'Aaron Fox, he has to step up more. I understand that he's, trying to not be too selfish. I know that he wants to.
He said that. Guys, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, just let the other guys, shine and develop. We get it. But at the same time, this is the finals, so you need to have your veteran guys to step up and take over. And yeah, we know Wemby. We already know what he can do on the floor, but if they're going to win this series, then De'Aaron Fox, he has to be that 20 plus per game scorer that we know that he can be. And other guys like Dylan Harper, they're going to do their thing, Stephon Castle. But De'Aaron Fox, he has to play it better. And it's not just for game 2, but this is for the rest of the series. So he has to come in and do what he does. And he did a really good job guarding Jalen Brunson. Whenever he did, I remember he picked his pocket, and I can't remember which court it was, but yeah, we know what he's capable of doing. So that's what they're going to need from him. But the Spurs, they are very well coached, and they've been playing very well all season and in the playoffs. But yeah, like I said, if the Spurs just continue what they're doing. I think what they're doing against the Knicks is good. But like I said, once they are getting to a rhythm, then they have to keep that on cruise control. And if they're able to do that, then yeah, I could definitely see them win this series. I still have them in 7 games.
Yeah. Spurs shooting 36% from the field. That ain't gonna cut it. Shooting 26% from 3, that ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah.
Even though New York shot 31% from 3, again, they hit their stride at the right time. They shot 41% from 3. The one thing about the Knicks compared to the Spurs is that they did not really turn the ball over. I think total turnovers. The Knicks had 9 total turnovers. They went all of their turnovers outside of one happened in the first half. They only had 1 turnover in the second half. So that's one thing from a defensive standpoint that San Antonio has to work on. It's making New York make mistakes. You definitely have to. Everybody has to shoot better. Wemby, I love you to death, but you shot like ass. Yes, I know you're tired. I get that, but also your shot selection was terrible. Like you were forcing a lot of stuff. Like you have to, and a lot of that also has to come off of the rest of the team. The rest of the team has to shoot better. If the rest of the team shoots better, that allows you to be able to get to your spots, be able to post up, because now everybody else has to worry about their man. Champagne, he had a great start. You had a great start. You got to finish. You had a good ass first half, but you disappeared in the second half. Oh yeah,
he had a 3 going into halftime. That shit was crazy.
Garrett, who do you have for the series?
Oh yeah, I still Spurs at 7.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I knew you texted in the group. I just wanted to make sure the public knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dog, the Knicks did exactly what they, like I said, they did exactly what they were supposed to do.
Steal game 1.
Attack. Well, not even just steal game 1. It was just the way that they played, and like I said, more so Cat, and it was just you have to attack Wemby. Any chance you get, if you can catch him off guard, you make that attack. Regardless if he blocks the shot or not, you have to attack Wemby in some way, form, or fashion and make him work on defense. I muttered over this shit for a long time. And y'all know how I feel about New York. I am going to go with New York to win this. And I'm gonna go Knicks in 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Knicks in 7, and I just feel that this team has what it takes to win.
To win, for sure.
So, and it's more so you have majority of the pieces from last year. So you already have that cohesion. You added on some pieces that you need as far as to help with you have your backup guards. You have Mitchell Robinson, who's a great defender. Now, I don't know how well their hand is holding up because he did have surgery on his pinky, but I mean he seems to be doing all right out there. So,
he had no choice but to play. If he didn't play because of an injury he suffered on his own at home.
Oh yeah,
that was
the fucking New York public was never gonna let him live that shit down.
Ass. They're gonna be on his ass.
Absolutely.
James Dolan would have cut him for the season and didn't.
Ah shit, no, they still need.
No, they won't do all that now, but
no, they weren't doing.
You don't think
they
so?
Definitely would. They would.
If they would have lost the series and shit.
No,
they would have been pissed as fuck.
No,
for sure.
I don't think they would be.
It would have been just. Yeah, if anything, it would have been like a little tantrum,
because it was like
I don't think
it was an idiotic injury. Like,
hold up, time out. regardless of the injury, I don't think they're cutting him because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not gonna cut him. Like
I don't
said,
think
like
I don't think New York's losing because Mitchell Robinson didn't play. Like, what are we doing?
But nah. But he's
Although
he's a
a
massive part of their team though, as their backup center with his rebounds and his defense.
Yeah,
Like
he's important,
the
but
best
also
offensive rebounder in the
like,
league.
they know how to. They can work around Mitchell Robinson not being there. They New York will be fine. But I selfishly, I definitely want this to go 7. I don't give a fuck who wins. I ain't got no dog in this fight. Although part of me wants the Spurs to win because if New York wins, Jesus Christ, New York fans are going to be. The Knicks fans are going to be so obnoxious. Oh yeah, speaking of Knicks fans, Stephen A.
They ain't gonna be no Nick. They ain't gonna be no New York City because they're gonna tear the whole city down.
Oh, they're gonna burn that bitch down.
Yeah, like if they win, bro, like
they're gonna burn New York City.
They're gonna like, man, it's gonna be crazy. Like the parade.
Hey, they gonna go. Somebody's gonna swim. Somebody's
you know how crazy they're gonna be. Like every time I see like Knicks fans just suffering and like all this kind of stuff from
somebody's going out to the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, you're gonna see some super stuff happening.
It's gonna be some wild shit.
Somebody also doing some crazy stuff.
Stephen A. Smith, you don't deserve shit. You sit your ass in that office and do the shit that you just had to fuck this up, didn't you? You had to ruin it.
That he's too popular to sit in the crowd.
You just had to ruin it. Talking about you deserve credit. You don't deserve shit. You ain't played 1 minute out there. You shut the fuck up, please. God, the disdain I have for Stephen A. Smith goes unsaid. But I mean, congrats to the Knicks. Y'all stole game 1. Now I do believe that the Spurs, they're going to make some adjustments. They're going to get back to playing the basketball that they know. And y'all touched on it. The rest of everybody outside of Wemby has to be better. Hell, Wemby has to be better. You were 6 of 21. Like, come on, dog. Get your shit together. Stop taking these badass shots. I need you to fucking get in, find a way to get in the paint and fucking embarrass motherfuckers like you did OKC. Like that's what we need from Wemby. And then you work your way outside and hit those threes if you're feeling it. But for the most part, like, shot selection is one thing for Wemby. Even with Jalen Brunson had 30 points, but you took 31 shots. And now I'm going to chalk that up to rust because y'all been off for fucking 2 weeks pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to chalk that up to rust. But if this motherfucker comes out on fire in game 2, whew, good luck. Good luck. Because I feel like he's gonna fuck around and have one of those type of games. But also I think it may come in a game where it's a punch and a counter punch from each team. Actually, I'm hoping for those type of games. I want these games to be a slugfest from game 1 to game 7. I want them to be a slugfest from game 1 to game 7, regardless who wins. Like I said, I do have the Knicks. I think the Knicks are going to win. We'll see. Like I said, I ain't got no fucking dog in this fight. I just want to see good basketball. That's it.
All we can do is just witness the history. That's what I always say. That's all you can do. It's just witness. I mean,
also the Knicks can pull off a little bit more history outside of them not winning since what 1979. Oh, excuse me, 73.
Game 3 and game 4. Boy,
Oh yeah.
One thing about the Knicks fans, I gotta give them credit. But one thing about the Knicks,
the motherfucker travel.
They do show up. They do show up.
I mean, you paying
And
all that
game
money to
3
be
and
in
game
Madison
4.
Square Garden. You better cheer. You're paying
Nigga.
$6,000 for
No, like the
Good.
Spurs, they gotta play damn near perfect in game 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
In Madison Square Garden, hell yeah, the whistle is not gonna be
It is
They're gonna
not
be
going
swallowing that shit.
man.
I think they need
That's
to
what's
swallow
good.
the whistle. Period. Let them play.
Bro,
Yeah.
Play ball.
that's-
Go hoop.
Yeah,
Oh,
let them
but
play.
the Knicks can. There's another piece of history that they can carve out. They can be the first team to win the NBA Cup in the NBA Finals.
Yo, I mean,
it's in
and
the
I'm cool
making.
with that. Like, I've been a big proponent
Also,
of the cup.
I don't know why they're not talking about this. I don't know why they're. It's right there. You brought the NBA Cup in for these moments, and now you have a team that won the NBA Cup.
Didn't want to hang the banner.
That's now in the for what? It's the fucking NBA Cup. All right,
Like,
woo.
I was
it's the
saying,
NBA
nah,
Cup.
like it's back then. I said the Bucks and the Lakers both did, and both those teams won championships prior to that. So
Yeah,
it was like
prior.
I mean, even the
Prior.
fucking Lakers, the Lakers can hang a banner, but the Knicks, what the fuck? I mean, like, come
Because
on.
it's the fucking NBA Cup.
It's the NBA
Like,
Cup.
Lakers have
That's-
17
it's the NBA.
championships. Like,
the
Yeah, I'd
NBA.
rather hang up a championship banner than an NBA Cup. That's just me.
Yeah, I
it
can
was
give a
only because the
fuck
Knicks hadn't
about
done
it.
shit in forever. But obviously, James Dolan didn't care about that.
You
He
know,
said the same thing y'all are
Knicks
saying
fans
right
ain't
now.
look, bro. Look, I'm not even Knicks fans. I know they don't even care about no NBA Cup.
They do
Nobody
not give a
cares.
fuck about no
They
NBA
don't.
Cup.
I
They
mean,
don't.
they haven't won shit.
I
in
mean,
years.
it's brag.
I mean,
Now, don't get me
literally
wrong. They
nothing
bragged.
on
They
paper
bragged
in
about it.
years.
They bragged about it, but that's not what they
Nobody,
worried about.
especially
I mean,
this
yeah,
entire
obviously,
drought
like
that they've had since '99. No,
They ain't worried about no.
I mean, for
fucking
sure,
NBA
but
Cup.
like, hey, you got a franchise who's more illustrious than you hanging up a banner. I don't see what their excuse was, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. They can like pretend it's all they want to. Like, you know, you feel me? So Lakers got 17 up there, added another one. Like, you feel me? So yeah.
I mean, it's the Lakers, bro. I mean,
they're way more illustrious than New York. I guess New York just thought they were too good for it, you know. But obviously, they're knocking on the door of a bigger banner now.
If I had 17 championships, I mean, that's enough said already.
Right.
I mean, they added another banner. They thought it was good enough.
I mean, sure, but I mean, it doesn't really mean much. I mean, I got 17 championships.
Obviously, like the biggest goal. I mean, if it doesn't mean much, like what's the point of adding the shit even to the league?
Well, that
you feel
well,
me?
add,
I mean, like,
well, talk,
I mean, like,
that
for real,
ain't,
like,
that
only good teams have won the cup. Not a single bad team. Not a single bad team has won that NBA Cup.
Hold up.
It's not like a.
But what team co-signed to the NBA Cup? What team has co-signed to having the NBA Cup? I don't think nobody.
I mean, they can't, but they damn sure play hard when they're in that motherfucker because they want to win it. Like,
I mean,
for real.
You know why?
Fucking Knicks had the t-shirts and shit. Like, come on, man.
Hold up. The reason why they play hard is because it's an extra $500,000 in their pocket. That's why they play hard. It ain't because of no fucking cup. Don't nobody give a fuck about that. They give a fuck about the money.
It's 500 fucking thousand compared to the shit they're getting.
I would take the money over the fucking over the trophy.
You have players who will do load management and put more money out of their pocket.
If I get $500,000 to win the cup,
you have players that will take time off when they know they can play. It's because they won't feel like fucking playing. And we talked about that. You know, that's a fucking fact. You feel me? And I get it. It's an NBA Cup and shit like that. But like I said, only good teams have won it. So it's definitely going to add on to it being something good, something special. You feel me? Like I said, you know, they're walking around with the shit. You know, like how you just said they're bringing it up. You feel? And plus, yeah, what's the point of bringing up? They can also win the cup in the finals if the cup doesn't mean shit. So it's like, I just don't get that. You feel me?
That was me saying that to the NBA. That was
but still, like, that's history.
Hold on, chill. That was me saying that towards Adam Silver. This had nothing to do with the Knicks so-called celebrate. Now, if I'm the Knicks, if I win the fucking this NBA Finals, Now I bring the fucking NBA Cup out because bitch, we won both of them in the same year.
But now okay, it's like
that.
right.
Now I bring it. That's when I bring it out. As far as in real time, fuck the NBA Cup. Give me my 500. Give me my taxed 500 grand, and let me move the fuck on to the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Again, like I just think it'd be different if it was some fluke shit and teams that weren't supposed to win it were winning it, but it was the Lakers, the Bucks, and the Knicks. Like it's only good teams that are winning it. So it's not like it's just an insignificant prize like that. You feel me? Like and like I said, you feel me? A team that's way more illustrious. It's the fucking Los Angeles Lakers. All these players they've had, they thought it was good enough to hang it. You know,
nobody gives a fuck.
I mean, the Lakers did. And obviously, they have a better track record.
Because
they have the luxury to hang up banners. I mean, okay, we got 17 championships or whatever. Yeah, we'll hang this up here.
But they just won a championship in 2020.
Doesn't really carry that much weight. That's all I'm saying.
They won a championship in 2020. The Knicks haven't had nothing to.
And then they won the NBA Cup. And then,
well, you know, at the end of the day, that's their choice. If they want to hang it, they hang it. If they don't,
I mean, yeah, for sure.
But
it's what it
is.
It's
not like people want to like remember it.
Hold up, but you say all
I mean,
that.
What the fuck do you remember it? It's in the fucking record books. We're going to talk about the Lakers, Bucks. It's like it hasn't been around for that long. We're gonna be able. It's in the history books. Yeah, why are we bringing up? They're gonna win the cup and the fucking ring and shit.
But
they're not gonna be the last.
But my thing is this right here. Like, if you want to talk about team accolades, like people are not really gonna mention about NBA Cup. Nobody's not gonna pour that much into.
You know who gives a fuck about it? You know who gives a fuck about the NBA Cup? Fans, because that's their so-called leverage for an argument of who's the better team.
In season tournament. In this season tournament. Okay, let's go to Vegas and let's catch checks.
Half of these motherfucking players don't even want to play the shit. That's the part. That's always the part that I get at. Motherfuckers really they have to say that yes, the NBA Cup is great. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about that cup. A lot of them don't. Like once they get to Vegas and they see that they can win it, all right, let me go get this money.
That's one thing. Okay,
let me go get this money.
It's all right, bro. It's whatever. Like obviously, every team walks in with, "Oh yeah, we want to win the championship." That's the number one prize for every team. Everyone knows that. But if no one gave a fuck about the cup, I just think they would rest players. They would literally rest players.
Upcoming teams, honestly, teams that are like trying to make a playoff push. Yeah, I think that has more meaning for teams.
That's what it was made for. Yeah, to give like teams that are struggling like playoff atmospheres. I agree with you.
Yeah, but you're talking about you're talking about the Bucks, Lakers, Knicks.
The Lakers won a ring in 2020. The Bucks won a ring in 2021, and they still wanted to add the shit, But the Knicks, I mean, it had been a ghost town up there in the fucking rafters for years, and they're like, okay, nah, we don't want it. It's cool. But now that you might win the ring, now you want to. It's like forever, bro. Like, because it would have happened anyway. It would have happened anyway. They
the New York Knicks winning the NBA Cup, so they have a chance to win the championship this year. And if they do, then they can brag about the NBA Cup. Let them have it. They have their freedom. But until then,
that's now again.
I just think that's because I'm
the Knicks. That's when I brag about it. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
We'll just put this on hold. We'll just put this on hold.
Sure, man, I ain't trying to go against the grain.
If they win, look, we'll put this on hold. Until if they win the finals, then we'll circle back.
Yeah, for sure. I feel y'all sentiments. They're not bad at all. They're logical. I'm just saying that, if that was the case, it's only because the NBA Cup it's only because we're early in the NBA Cup. That's it. I think. Don't get me wrong, but you're always gonna have dudes like yourselves who won't fucking care. That's always gonna be a thing. There's some dudes who don't watch regular season. I mean, watch only playoffs, and then they call themselves NBA hardcores and shit. People care about different. Some niggas don't care about the All-Star game. People fuck the All-Star game. So and so shouldn't make the All-Star game. So and so shouldn't. He don't mean shit. He'll fall from the playoffs anyway. So it's like, that's regular season shit. That's still history. You feel me? I just think people feel like this because it's early.
Wait. You said NBA Cup is real history?
I said yes. That is going down as history, and the only reason motherfuckers don't like it is because it's super early in the thing. Like it's super early in history. It's super early in the inception of the cup.
Look, brother, you my brother, but Antoine, NBA Cup is not real.
Like yo, dudes can sell that bullshit already. Yo, they're hanging fucking banners. You have GMs that are millionaires of a basketball.
You know what?
They're hanging motherfucking banners.
Antoine,
they're hanging banners.
Brother, listen. You my brother, but Antoine, NBA Cup.
Like I said, dudes are only saying that right now because it's early. I'm pretty sure when the All-Star game first got made, niggas didn't give a fuck about it. It's a fucking okay, they're playing games for fun. Who fucking cares? I'm pretty sure it's the same thing back then. You feel me?
NBA Cup is not real history, bro. They're not gonna be.
But no, that's what I'm saying though. Dudes don't care about it because why? It's early in the history. That's why. Dudes don't fucking care about it. That's why I said for the All-Star game, dudes back then probably said the same shit. You got these dudes playing a regular season game, not playing defense.
I disagree with you on the All-Star thing.
I mean, because the All-Star game.
Hold up. Hear me out.
The
All-Star game. Just like this banner, it's an ego stroke. That's why they hang up the banners. When they first came out with the All-Star, that's you're individually selected somebody. Like, yo, you've stood out during the first half of the season. We want you to represent, your team in the All-Star game. That's an ego stroke. That's all that is. So I feel like when they first introduced it, yes, they loved it because, again, it's stroking their ego and it's giving recognition. You're giving recognition to the player, saying that, yo, you've stood out so far. We're gonna throw this exhibition game, and we want you to go out there and just fucking show out for the fans. So yeah, it's an ego stroke. So let's go ahead and end this. Shout out to the Knicks winning game 1. Can't wait to see what happens. Game 2 is Friday.
Tomorrow.
Now, before we close this out, I sent y'all there's been this whole thing going on via Twitter. I'm sure it's made its rounds to Threads and Facebook and everything. But if you go to 82-0.com, 82and0.com, it's a game, and you have to create a squad, a starting 5 that will go 82-0. I sent this to y'all the other day. Told y'all to try and make y'all's best squad. Make y'all's best squad. The shit's addictive. I ain't gonna hold you. They got one for football. They got one for baseball. I tried the one for football. I did all right. I did pretty good on those. With this basketball, this shit is hard because to explain to the audience, so you go and you're literally, you click a button and it shuffles a team and an era. It starts from the 60s all the way up to the 2020s. And you can play 2 different styles. You got the classic style that shows the stats. You have the IQ style where it doesn't show the stats, and you pretty much, it's you going off of memory of who do you think the best player is on the team, and you go search. But all three of us did it. I have a few 82-0 teams, but we'll start with Garrett. So Garrett y'all a playoff team.
I only played it one time.
Yes. To give context, he only did it once. So
David Thompson.
He has Cade Cunningham for the 2020s. David Thompson was at the 80s. Kevin Durant from the 2000s.
DT was in the 70s.
Kevin Garnett.
That's
the 80s, brother. That's the 80s, brother. Kevin Garnett from the 2010s and Joker from the 2010s. Now, again, when you play this game, also you have one chance where you can So if you get a
Like
team in the
spin,
era,
one more time.
yeah, you can either spin
Yeah.
the era or spin the team, but you only get it one time, and then after that, you gotta go for
That's
broke.
it. Mm-hmm.
But 50, hey, y'all a playoff team.
Yeah.
Y'all a playoff team.
I think I could
I
at least
also
get
I'm not mad
60
at this
wins.
lineup either. I don't.
It's
I think
solid.
if you had a different point guard, y'all would have been a dynasty. Y'all probably would have got bumped up to a dynasty.
maybe like Magic.
But again, that's just
Maybe
the luck of the draw.
Mm-hmm.
Antoine, shout out to Antoine, a good 70-12 team. Got Jalen Brunson from the 2020s, Kevin Durant 2020s, Jason Tatum. Damn, how many? Damn, you hit 2020s a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Connie Hawkins from the 70s, and then Nate Thurman from the 70s.
Crazy.
I thought it was a good team.
Hey, that's a solid squad, dog. I ain't gonna hold you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a solid squad. Yeah. Also, it's funny how like I seen one where they had fucking Giannis as a point guard. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm just like KD as shooting guard. I'm like, huh?
So yeah, you can put like KD. I think KD you can put from shooting guard to center. I think.
Oh,
yeah. I think.
I didn't see that from mine. I just saw a small forward. Well, hold on. No. I think.
Yeah. So if
I can't remember.
when
I
you
just
pull
saw
them
small
up,
forward,
yeah,
small
when you
forward.
pull them up, some can transition to different spots. So like if you get LeBron James, you can put him in any spot. And then on top of that, you can move them as you go along. So let's say you get LeBron James and then you get like Carmelo. You can move LeBron to a different spot to help create your team. Look, man, that's how much I played it.
I did not know that. I thought it was just like, okay, whatever position you put them in, then that's just where they're just gonna stay at.
You can move them all around. And then of course, I had my team hands down. We're not fucking around. I got Washington. I got the Wizards, Russell Westbrook. I got Pistol Pete. I got KD with the Warriors. Spencer Haywood back in the 70s.
Sonics.
And Will Chamberlain.
And big old Wilt Chamberlain. And then I double back. Chris Paul with New Orleans. James Harden, MVP James Harden. Of course, MVP Jordan. I moved him to the small forward. Giannis, MVP Giannis, and of course, again, Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah,
like,
that's definitely 82 on that.
Hey, nobody's beating us, dog. Ain't nobody beating us.
Yeah.
But dog, the shit's addictive. Go play it. It's fun as hell. I'm hyper competitive because as soon as my coworker that sits next to me, he got an 82 in O team first. I was like, you son of a bitch. And then I came back and hit that shit twice. I was like, and I just shot it to him on Slack. I was like, yeah, motherfucker. But hey man, glad to be back. I'm glad we're back. Glad we got all the technical difficulties out the way with when it comes to StreamYard. Of course, damn, I don't have we do have the link tree. No, that's for best damn. Whoops. We don't have the link tree, but if you know us, follow us on social media, follow us on Twitter. Of course, go to the YouTube page, like, share, subscribe, get us in your algorithms as always. Before we go, fellas, do y'all got anything for the audience?
Nah, man, it was a great show. Always love doing this. Most definitely doing what you boys for a reason. Y'all two in particular, because y'all match the passion for the game. So that's it, man. It's really ready to watch this game too tomorrow. And do this again next Thursday. Most stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can't wait for game 2. I'm very excited. And like I said, this is going to be a very great series. So, of course, we'll be here to cover it. And, it's going to get better and better. And so we'll see how it all unfolds. But yeah, I still got Spurs in 7, so we'll see.
So
All right,
that's
man, shit.
2-1 Spurs. 2-1.
Yep.
Spurs. Yep.
We gonna see. Like I said, I ain't got no dog in this fight. I just want to see some fucking good basketball. That's it. I love
agree.
the game. That's
I
it.
agree.
But shout out to y'all. Shout out to our audience, man. We'll get at y'all next week.
One band, one sound. They gave me my theme music.